So we're back to the last panel of today. It's been a long day. We have already three discussion panels about different subjects. Now we're going to discuss the tactical, technical, and physical periodization of training and how it applies to sports. We have here on the panel Jay Bhindi, João Tralhão, and we'll have Richard Bucciarelli moderating the panel. I'm going to introduce first Richard. So here it is. Hello, Richard. Hello again.
Hello again.
Now we'll have Jay and also João to start the conversation. Guys, thank you very much for being with us. I will leave now the panel with Richard. Richard, thank you once again and see you in a bit, okay? Bye-bye.
All right, great. So welcome and I guess good afternoon, Jay, and good evening, João. Maybe right before we start.
Hello, good evening. Good.
If you'd like to just tell us briefly about maybe your background, coaching, education, and anything else, and where you're working now. And maybe Jay, you want to start?
Yeah, so currently I just wrapped up my season with the Austin Bold FC in the USL Championship, working as their video analysis, opposition analyst, and scouting. And I also work in the League One Ontario program here in Ottawa.
Great. And João?
Yes, I'm a football coach. I started my career 20 years ago. I work with younger ages, a senior level coach last season, last 2-3 seasons with Benfica under 23s and Monaco first team as an assistant. This last challenge with Monaco, and now I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to be back.
Great. Okay. Well, so we've got a good varied background, North American, European, and obviously lots of experience in the professional game, which is great. So the topic, it's an interesting one. Now we've got tactical, technical, and physical periodization. I'm going to just speak maybe initially as a sports scientist, and we'll take it from there. But that this topic, let's say originally periodization of training, the science behind it anyway, was developed more for individual sports that do not have a lot of competitions throughout the year, with the ultimate aim of maybe developing peak physical condition for a small or short period of time, because it's not possible to maintain peak physical condition throughout the entire year. And so then the science, which was developed, not for soccer, but for individual sports, and now is being applied to soccer. And maybe I'll just throw it out there to the group. Can you speak at all? Let's say, certainly physically speaking, it's not possible to maintain peak physical performance throughout the year in soccer. And is it possible to maintain tactical, technical, team performance, whatever you want to call it, throughout the year? And let's say, how would you look at that topic?
Please, Jay, do you want to start?
Sure. So I've had the opportunities to do a lot of periodization education under Raymond Verheyen in that context, and also working a lot in the tactical periodization when I went to FC Porto and when I worked with Mark Dos Santos here in Ottawa. So like two different periodization contexts and background with a lot of similarities. But I think it's really important that in the whole idea of football training, there is a periodized component to it, because Richard, like you said, you can't execute or perform at peak performance every day for year round. So it has to be start in preseason and gradually work your way up throughout the season, managing loads, managing the training days in your weekly cycles and monthly cycles.
Good point. João?
Yes, I have to agree. Sometimes sometimes you want to maintain all the physical condition. You don't want peaks in form in football. It's not supposed to have peaks in form, but a lot of factors can influence those peaks or those physical less condition in a team sometimes. But in my opinion, I think you can control in certain way the maintenance of the physical condition, the physical qualities. You can control a little this kind of condition or physical qualities. It depends on your training methodology. I think you can manage that in a certain way, but of course the physical qualities and the physical condition always is influenced by a lot of factors, and sometimes, or the most part of the times, that coaches do not control. But in my perspective, in my way of training, my way of view the training methodology, I'm trying to maintain all season the physical qualities in terms of my way of playing style.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe I'm speaking for the group, but for myself specifically, I think it's probably a lot easier for coaches to understand the concept of periodization when we talk about physical training, and definitely it makes sense in a sport like soccer where you've got so many months, so many competitions that really a good objective is you want to build fitness, but then you want to try to maintain it, and that's sort of an objective of planning or periodizing the.
Yes.
Jay mentioned Raymond Verheyen, and I know he's a popular guy, kind of controversial here as well. And you know, one of the things, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, one of the main aspects to his philosophy and the courses that he teaches is that you can't really separate the physical training or physical aspect of periodization from the other aspects, and that actually developing physical ability isn't a priority or shouldn't be a priority when planning training, but rather that decision making and communication between teammates should be the priority, and everything else kind of fits underneath that. Do you want to, maybe Jay, you want to talk a little bit about that, and then of course João, you can build in and on your own ideas about that as well.
Yeah. So
thank you for watching this short preview video from the National Soccer Coaches Association of Canada. To see the full video, plus have access to hundreds of other coaching videos, blogs, webinars, and podcasts, plus free and discounted coach education courses and other soccer merchandise, plus to have exclusive access to register for all future NSCAC conventions, both live and online, click on the link below to become a member of the NSCAC today. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as your continued support allows us to continue to provide coach education and coach development resources to soccer coaches across Canada and worldwide. Thank you again for your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you at future NSCAC events.